Hola Flosstube, my name is Jani and this is my video number in this video, first of all, I want to thank you to all of you who sent me message about the earthquake here in Mexico. We are okay here in the city. We didn't have any damage. But unfortunately in the city of Mexico and in Puebla, Tlaxcala, there were a lot of damage, and unfortunately more of 200 people lost their lives. There are many people who lost their home, their office, their schools, and it's a terrible situation. Unfortunately, we have an earthquake before, 2 weeks before, and in other states were also damaged, in Oaxaca and in Chiapas. So there's a lot of people to help, and there's a lot of work to do. We sent help through the with my kids' school. And in the motorcycle club, we also made some donations. So there's a lot of help still needed. I will put some information below in the information box if you want to make a donation, to Red Cross or other organization. Here in Mexico we have several earthquakes in the past, so it's really terrible, and this kind of situation brings the best of the people. So I mean, we are not used to this kind of tragedy, but we are learning how to act in these cases and how to help. And it's amazing how people came together and help each other. So yeah, it was terrible, but we are strong. We are a strong country, so we get up again, and we have to rebuild a lot of things, but we will get through all of this. And thank you to all of you who send your prayers and your good thoughts and hugs and kisses and message. Really help and make me even more grateful for be part of this community, of this stitching community. So thank you again. Thank you very much. Okay, now back to the stitching part. I want to make a little WIP report, not a lot, because we've been working in a lot of stuff, but I want to show you my morning song. Not much to report, but here I am. I want to thank this project because with this I'm fully realized that I don't like full coverage. I find it so difficult and so boring. But yeah, I'm working still in the background, so still a lot to do here. But yeah, here's my little mom with her 2 kids, and we are getting there. So this is the WIP. I will put a picture here. As the last time you saw this project. So yeah, morning song by Lavender and Lace. And about Lavender and Lace, I want to thank Mary Rose for her wonderful video about Lavender and Lace designer Marilyn. It was a beautiful video about this designer, and as Mary Rose said, it became a tribute to all her work, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful the things that a design can bring us, and it's beautiful all the work that she did and how we can stitch her projects. So very good video. Thank you, Mary Rose. And I want to, let me check my list. I start 2 new projects this week, these past days. First is Renaissance Mermaid, because finally I received my pattern. So here she is, my start. I start her last week, and as I mentioned in the video, I don't know if I mentioned, I want to make some, experiment with the hair, or with this design, and I'm adding specialty stitches in her hair. I don't know if you can see. I'm using the colors according to the chart, but I'm using Anchor Floss, not DMC, but it's the equivalent. But here in the darker parts, I'm mixing the floss, the cotton floss, with metallic, and I'm making here, I think it's called Scotch stitch. So this part is a Scotch stitch. And in the rest of the hair, I'm just using the cotton floss, the Anchor, and in this part, the single like hair, I'm putting normal crosses, but here I'm using Rhodes stitches and Smyrnas and some other stitches that I'm just putting according to the space that I have. If I have a space of 4 by 4, I use a little star, things like that. I don't know if I make myself clear, but yeah, it's not hard to do, just putting some stitches here and there, and it's I think it's giving the design a very special touch. I mean, I like it very much, and it's really interesting. And because well, I have to be decided what stitch to apply it. It's kind of funny, you know, like an adventure. So I will finish her hair and then continue with her body and then the beautiful tail. But yeah, I was thinking about putting also in the tail some specialty stitches, but there's a lot of beads in the tail, so I probably just leave it just as is chart, because here, for example, I'm going to put the beads, but and also in some of these spaces, but in the tail there's a lot of metallics and a lot of beads, so I will let the stitches, you know, just cross stitch along. But yeah, that's her. The face is lovely. I never stitch faces or skin one by one, just normally 2 by 2. I don't think I could stitch all the skin one by one. I'm kind of lazy in that way. But yeah, I love her little face. I put the back stitch of the nose a little different, because in the original design it's a little more round, but I kind of like it. And I love the eyelid, you know, like she's wearing a wonderful makeup, and I love her. Also in the new design of Mirabilia, Lady of Mystery, the eyes are wonderful. I will start that in the future, because also that design is lovely. But yeah, this is Renaissance Mermaid. I'm using a fabric that I hand dye with coffee and dye, not regular dye. So yeah, it's kind of like a old vibe, something like that. But yeah, that's my new start. Obviously I'm very excited about it, so poor morning song is left behind, but I will work on both. And I also start a new project, because I was waiting for my Renaissance pattern, and in the meantime I order with jewels by Cross Stitch, and wonderful service by Jules. I ordered the PDF version, and I got it right away, of course. And I placed the flosses here. These are the flosses that I'm going to use. This is some of the flosses that I've been dyeing myself, and yeah, also the fabric I dyed myself is an Aida 18. A long time that I haven't worked in an Aida 18. Really tiny little squares. And yeah, I like the fabric very much. You know, I dye it with some light browns and yellows. This was a like off-white fabric originally, but I like it really much how it looks. And I place all the flosses, as I said, here, so you can see it. I don't know how to I will be using them, but you know, every motif I will change it, the flosses. So this is a start. I was just trying how much if I was going to use 2 flosses or just 1. I'm using 1, so 1/1, and the coverage is really good. So yeah, that's my little star. And also, again, thank you to Jules for your wonderful service, and I will get another sample from her, Castle in the Air. Also beautiful design, but I want to stitch a little more. So yeah, that's another start. I will start some other projects, but I want to finish something first. We know that perhaps I will start before before I finish something. Okay. Also, I want to talk to you about. As I told you, I'm doing Spanish videos now, and I will continue doing this in English. And I was reading some of the comments that you say that some of you asked me to do my Spanish videos in English, and also the ladies who's speaking in Spanish asked me to do my English videos in Spanish. So and also in my Spanish videos I am getting some thumbs down, so I don't know. I don't know what that means, but some of you ladies comment that I don't need to feel the pressure to do this or that other way, and I say, yeah, that's fine with me, because as I told her, I start making my videos to share my hobby and to share, you know, all these kind of things that we love. And it happens that all my stitchy friends, of the big majority of my stitching friends, spoke in English, so I decided to try to do the videos in English. And yeah, that made me happy, and I was okay with that. And then another ladies asked me to make them in Spanish, and I'm also okay with that. So you can never make everybody happy, so do whatever you have to do to make yourself happy. So I will continue doing both videos. You know, some things I will do in the some in English, some in Spanish, about the same topic, and some of the Spanish lady asked me something else. So I will continue as long as I feel alright with it. So hope you also feel alright with it. And yeah, I mean, mostly is the same thing, just in different language. And speaking of language, I would like to put some words that we said in Spanish, and so you can perhaps learn something new if you want. For example, cross stitch is punto de cruz, and stitching or stitch is bordar o bordado. So that's it. And another couple of words. Floss is hilo. Silks is are sedas, you know. Needle is aguja, and design is diseño, or designer, diseñadora, or diseñador. It's funny, but most of the terms that in English are used as WIP or UFO or SAL, we in Spanish we use the same terms. We don't translate it. So in the Spanish group we also said es un WIP, es un UFO, vamos a hacer un SAL. Let's make a SAL, because we use the same words. So everybody's happy in that aspect. So yeah, perhaps something new you can take. And this week I want to make a couple of shout outs to my friend Stephanie. She started her channel this week. It's So-Called Stitcher. So hello Stephanie, good luck. She's a really sweet lady, and we have been chatting and talking through Instagram, and she's very sweet and a lovely lady. And also go check her and subscribe to her channel. And also I want to give a shout out. I know everybody else has given them a shout out to Priscilla and Chelsea for their wonderful finish option and techniques that they are using, and give us some other points of view and ways to finish our stitching. So I use a little, well, I haven't properly applied that, but I have this frame that my dear husband Carlitos made, and he put some metal mesh that we have, and I can use it as needle minder holder, because I have already this frame, so I don't have a stitching piece that fit in the frame. But I was playing with, I have this little stitch from many years ago, and I just put some needle minders and a little picture of my kids when they were really young. So you can use this also as a needle minder holder, or instead of a board or something. So yeah, thank you. But this was thanks to Priscilla and Chelsea, thinking out of the box. So you can change the picture and the stitch, of course. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I feel really creative. Well, that's it. I don't know what else to say. I have some stitching plans for next project. Keep working on Renaissance Mermaid and finish in a couple of months a morning song, and keep working in Dead by Cross Stitch. And I'm waiting for some stash, so perhaps I will start a new Mirabilia, the Lady of Mystery. So we'll see what we can do. And yeah, that's it. That's all for this video. It's a little video. So yeah, hope you like it, and hope you have a wonderful weekend and week, and stitch all the things. Bye bye.